Today, we're going to get a little conflicted. Conflict is super duper important to your story because it is what drives the story forward. If you don't have conflict in your novel, or if you don't have a good, interesting conflict, it might keep readers from getting through the book. It's like WordNerd Aaron Latimer always talks about micro-tension. Conflict is what drives that micro-tension and keeps your readers turning those pages. There are two types of conflict. First is your internal conflict. These are the demons, the fears, the insecurities that your character is battling within themselves. External conflict is the conflict that happens between different characters or a character and their environment. While internal conflict is what pushes your character development forward, external conflict is what pushes the story forward. I personally think that there are two really important factors to creating interesting, effective conflict. First off, your conflict should be specific to your main character. For example, a good external conflict forces the main character to face their internal conflict. For example, when we start the Hunger Games series, Katniss does not want to cause any conflict. She wants to live her life quietly, hunt in the forest, help her family survive. She doesn't want to do anything that could endanger the fragile peace she has in her life. However, over the course of the series, it becomes essential that she become a part of the rebellion. Because of the things that happened to her in the first two books, joining the rebellion and fighting the Capitol becomes the only thing that will keep her family safe. So, her internal conflict is very much related to her external conflict. Another way that you can make conflict specific to your character is considering what your character values. Your conflict should in some way challenge their values. Whether they are internally doubting what they always valued, or they are externally fighting someone who values the opposite thing. You want to have your character fighting for something they believe in. The second important factor in developing conflict in your novel is make sure the conflict makes sense. We've probably all read one of those books where everything could have been solved if two characters had just sat down, been adults, and had a conversation. Conflict can be based on a misunderstanding, but it shouldn't be based on a silly misunderstanding or one that could be easily resolved. Your conflict also shouldn't feel forced. It should feel like something that could actually happen. A really great way to help you come up with good, realistic conflicts is to look at history. Obviously, if it happened in history, then it can happen. Humans have been around for I don't even know how long, so a lot of conflict has happened over human history. Or on a smaller scale, look at conflict in your own life. How does conflict develop? What kinds of misunderstandings actually happen other than you're just not willing to talk to the person about it? Most importantly, make sure you have conflict in your story. It's really tempting to make everything really easy for your main characters, but you have to have conflict constantly. One big main conflict is not enough. You have to have small conflict between characters, between the character and their self, between the character and the environment, constantly. Remember, this is what will keep readers turning the pages and keep them interested. If everything's going easily, there's no risk. You need to have a risk. And that is all that I have for today. I will see you guys this Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Time. We are having our Mockingjay Part 1 live chat. If you haven't seen the movie yet, what are you waiting for? Go see it this week so that you can join our chat. Until then, have a great week, WordNerds. Bye.